Michael Bridges and Miles Bridges. Anthony J. Causey. Getty Images. The lead up to the Knicks 2018 draft can be entitled The Bridges of Madison Square Garden. With the number 9 pick, the front office seeks a versatile combo forward as a priority. The 6'6" Villanova junior Michael Bridges, 21, and 6'7" Michigan State sophomore Miles Bridges, 20, best qualify. They got the same name, of nearly the same size, roughly in the same location in the draft, ESPN's draft guru Fran Fraschilla told the Post. But they're different players. ESPN legend Dick Vitale tweeted at the Post on Saturday the Knicks should take Miles. Fraschilla and Ryan Blake, an NBA scouting consultant debuting in iTunes, Spotify podcast on May 30, break down their components as the Knicks decide which bridge to travel. What is their ideal NBA position? Blake: they're both projected as versatile fours, small fours, but Michael could be more guard forward and get his minutes defensively. Michael's size is not important. He'll be a high-low defender, switching on the perimeter. On mismatches, is he going to defend an Al Horford at times? Maybe. You're looking at a guy who is a positionless player, but I don't like that term. I like versatility. Fran Fraschilla. Getty Images. With Miles, he's a better defensive rebounder. He's much bigger, but does he have the ability to defend the wing? Quicker players. Is he a tweener or is he a swing? He's a tweener if he can't play. He's a swing if he can. He doesn't have the ideal length and size to play the 4, but being a freak athlete without the length, he plays bigger than his listed size. Fraschilla. Miles is your modern prototype hybrid forward, small ball power forward. He played out of position this year as a 3-man and on the perimeter more than as a freshman when he was power forward because of Michigan State's strong front line. It was to Miles' detriment as a college player, but benefit as NBA player. He's now played both inside and outside. That will help him in the NBA. He's got the strength and mobility to play inside and out. That is a positive. Michael is more a wing, 2 to 3, can guard the 3 perimeter positions if he has to. He's much less likely to be a small ball 4-man, but a traditional wing defender. How do you rate their athleticism and upside? An attribute new Knicks brass emphasized. Blake: Miles is a huge athlete, playing above the rim with a strong frame. He didn't test at the Chicago Combine, but he's fast twitch, explosive dunker. He wasn't a great shot blocker this year, but we know he can block shots. Michael is also a very good athlete but not freakish. Their upside: drafting a player in the first round, you want them to grow into a franchise player. It's the hardest thing to judge. Fraschilla: I don't think there's that big a difference with athleticism. They're both going to be plus NBA athletes, which is relative to elite athletes. In the NBA, they'll be on the high side of average. We're not talking top 10%, but athletic enough to be very successful in the league and not overmatched. But Miles has an explosiveness, especially on second jumps, though not an elite runner. He runs harder in transition when he smells the ball. Ryan Blake: how do you rate their offensive skills? Blake: Michael has a skill set where he can really shoot the ball from outside. He understands when to attack the rim, he can finish with either hand. The knock on both Bridges is creating off the dribble. Michael is primarily a spot-up artist from the perimeter, knockdown shooter. That's okay. Can Miles add it to his game? Absolutely. Both can develop it. When you give them individual workouts, you'll see how they are. Do they have the ability to do that under the choreography of practice and repetition? I don't think for either player it's going to be that big a difference. They're going to get there. Miles has outside range but ball handling and passing. Did that improve as a sophomore? That doesn't mean he still can't develop. Miles is not a creative scorer right now as he relies on overpowering and the physicality of it. That's not a bad thing because he brings great energy. Fraschilla: Villanova is basketball fundamental university. Look at Michael's first year, 3-point shooting 30% and to where it is now. It's a dramatic improvement year by year. He's proven it this year, making 100 threes, so there's a reasonable assumption he'll remain an excellent outside shooter. Miles had to play on the perimeter much more and will help his development as an NBA player. He's an explosive straight-line driver and shown the ability to play both inside and outside. He has a soft shooting touch off the catch with potential three-point range and improved his free throw percentage from 68% to 85%. He's unselfish, good IQ but not a creative ball handler. How are their intangibles? Blake, winning 2 titles is good because it gives you confidence, and Michael was solid throughout the tournament, shooting well from deep. It is a team game and he didn't put the team ahead of you. That winning surrounded by good players definitely gives you an edge. Just because Miles didn't get as far in the NCAA's second round in March and didn't have a good game versus Syracuse doesn't mean he can't play. It's not a mark against him because HES still competed. Fraschilla, they are high character, no maintenance guys who've been coached hard in college. The great thing about those guys, it's not all about them. While they were 2 of the best college players in the country the last 2 years, it's clear they know how to be a piece of the puzzle. In the NBA, being a piece of the puzzle as a role player is critical. And neither of these guys are one and done. Which Bridges should the Knicks take? Blake, I would go Michael. It's a more comfortable decision, but it's a tough decision. Michael has instincts to play both ends of the floor. He's a proven defender. Fraschilla, it's splitting hairs. It's bottom of the second inning of their basketball careers, but there's comfort level knowing what your eyes told you all, that Michael is a great shooter, particularly in big games, and he played a lot of them.